disconnecting and being unavailable to people who are not right for our lives. Hello, you all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, I tried to do this video outside, but the sun kind of occluded my video. But we are having this absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day out, even though it's a bit chilly. And so I'm getting ready to leave for college. And as most of you know, I'm 62 years old. I went back to college last year. I'm taking a lot of classes and I drive an hour to and an hour from. So life is busy. And I wanted to jump on here this morning or come on here this morning for a moment and talk about making ourselves unavailable to people who are not right for our lives in order for us to disconnect. You know, not all people belong in my life, and the right people do. And I don't look for perfect people or perfect relationships because I don't think that there are perfect people. I think that there are perfect people for my life who may be imperfect, and that's perfectly fine with me. But what I do look for are right people for my life, people who are overall right for my life. And if I sense someone has a hidden agenda, that it's not a good hidden agenda for me, and they're trying to pull me in with their smile and their good words and their cheerfulness, which is only a facade, then once I discover that, I tend to disconnect, or I tend to make myself totally unavailable. And when I make myself unavailable, I tend to do it in a very polite and kind manner, if at all possible. And I believe that people, we are often better to leave a relationship on a good note than on a bad note. So I always try to leave any relationship, if I'm going to leave a relationship, I always try to leave it on a good note, and I always try to leave it better than when I entered. And yet, I also realize that some relationships are not meant to be continued on with. And fortunately in my life, I don't have any relationships like that. And fortunately, I have wonderful relationships that I want to keep and nourish and continue to grow and flourish. And yet, if someone came into my life and I discovered that they had a hidden agenda that was negative, and I'm not talking about like my hidden agenda would be, hey, you want to go to a movie with me? That's just a good thing, you know, that's kind of a hidden agenda. Yeah, I really want you to go to a movie with me. And so that's okay. That kind of agenda is fine. And yet, if someone has a hidden agenda and tries to pull me into it and it's negativity, I want to get away from that as fast as I can, and also from that person if at all possible. And sometimes we work with these people, sometimes we go to church with these people, sometimes they're our neighbors, sometimes they can even be a family member. And yet the way I do it, and of course everyone has their own way of handling their life situations, and in my way what I do is I just simply make myself unavailable. I don't answer phone calls, I don't return phone calls, I don't answer the door if that's the case, and I make myself unavailable to them, and I try to disconnect from that person who is not right for my life, because wrong people for our lives with wrong agendas will often pull us in to where we don't want to be, and often once we're in there, it's very, very challenging and difficult to get out of that. And so even if one is stuck in the muck with someone like that, I believe it's very important in the right ways to get out of that relationship and to disconnect. That's just my viewpoint on it, because I don't want to be around people like that, okay? I want to be around the great, wonderful, amazing people in life. Well, I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel. May God bless you, and I hope to talk to you all soon again. So from my house to your house, may God bless you, and I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.